All right, garden update, May 18, 2025. Got some cool stuff going on today. I just pulled my first 2 potato plants out of the ground, and the rest are starting to die. Once they're all dead and flopped over in yellow, that's when I'll pull the rest of them. Just pulled the remainder of onions out of this bed. See, I got a little pile there, decent pile here. Here's my biggest onion, my 2 biggest onions of the season. Are these 2, about a little bigger than a baseball size, and I got the rest of them hung up and curing. They've been hanging for about a week. You can see the leaves are dried up, and after about another week or so I'll be able to pull them all down, cut them, and then store them indoors. They should last quite a while. Pepper update. Tabasco plant going crazy. Serranos, cayennes, and Thai hots. Some anchos. There's more. I think those are cayenne. They might be Thai, I'm not sure. Here's the big old ancho at the bottom. Here are some serranos. They're just starting to pop out. Here's some ghost peppers. These things are looking crazy. More back there. And the first of the habaneros are starting to fruit. See right there. And some down here as well. Cilantro going crazy as usual. Here's one of the plants I pulled. One I'm gonna let go to seed, but we'll see. And then here's my tomato plants. This is taller than me now, and it's starting to put out some tomatoes. So that's exciting. Should be able to eat tomatoes here shortly. Pinto beans are still climbing. They haven't started putting out pods yet. My contender beans are ready to harvest. I started pulling them, and I'm gonna pull more tonight. There's a million of them on there. More tomatoes. All right, here's the crazy part. So these just appeared out of nowhere. Big ass cucumbers. They're kind of all over the place in here. So I'm gonna start pulling those today. Start making pickles and stuff. There's another one in there. They're all just kind of hiding throughout here. You can see the trellis is doing really well. They've almost fully climbed. Yeah, I guess one of them has fully climbed over. The idea is you can walk through the middle and pick cucumbers. Let's see, like there's one hanging right there. So as the summer continues, this will grow, and I'll be able to just grab cucumbers from up above, which is pretty sweet. Cabbage, strawberry, big old cabbages. They're still chugging along. And that's pretty much it for the update. I'm going to show you my bowl of stuff that I pulled out of the garden today. So I got, I think this is it's labeled as cayenne, but to me it looks like a Thai hot. We'll see, I gotta look it up when I get inside. Here's some of those Yukon Golds that I pulled. And here's an onion that I was just messing around with. It's done curing, so I ripped the top off, and this is what all the finished products will look like. That one's pretty small. And then here's a bunch of the contender beans. I'll show you what one of the beans looks like. Give me a second. So if you open them up, that's what they look like. And you can do all sorts of stuff. You gain them raw, which I'm doing right now. You can freeze them. You can dry them. And then, like, I'm going to pick a bunch tonight and just steam them or bake them or something like that. So we're officially to the part of the season where I can eat out of the garden, like, every day. So I'm going to go cut, I'll do it on camera. I'm going to cut a cucumber. And, yeah, things are exciting. Okay, last minute update. I ended up pulling a bunch of cucumbers. You can see they're pretty big. I think the bottom ones are Market More 86, and the top ones are Boston Pickling. I think these Market Mores will get a lot bigger. However, I didn't want to risk it because apparently if you let them go too long, they can get kind of tough. So I'm going to start pulling them all when they're about this size and pickling most of them. But I'll probably eat one a day with dinner or whatever. So I tried to give them to the dogs. They don't like it. There's Voodoo's boyfriend, Ben. All right. See you later. Oh, and then here, look, I'll cut one on film. Here, I'll do it one-handed. Victory.